In this video, we are going to look at how to find the empirical formula of a substance. The empirical formula shows the simplest whole number ratio of atoms of each element in a substance. It can be derived from the molecular formula, which includes the actual number of atoms of each element. Let us look at an example question. Deduce the empirical formula of ethane, C2H6. So we are given the molecular formula here, which is C2H6. There are two steps that we need to follow to deduce the empirical formula. Step 1 is find the highest common factor for the numbers in the molecular formula, and step 2, divide all numbers in the molecular formula by the highest common factor. We're going to start with step 1, find the highest common factor. The highest common factor is the biggest number that all numbers in the formula can be divided by. So we have to look at both of those numbers and find out which numbers they can be divided by. So if you look at the 2 can only be divided by 2. Then we look at the 6, and 6 can be divided by 2, 3, and 6. We see that the only number that both of them have in common, that is a common factor, is 2. So the highest common factor is 2. Then step 2, divide all numbers in the molecular formula by the highest common factor. So now we have to take the molecular formula and we have to divide the numbers in there by 2, which is our highest common factor. So we have C2H6 and we have to divide by 2, and we would get C1H3, but if we write chemical formulas we don't write a 1, we just skip it, so it would be CH3. Let us look at another example. Deduce the empirical formula of benzene, C6H6. Now you can pause the video, grab a piece of paper, and try to have a go at deducing the empirical formula yourself. Again, we need to follow those two steps. Step 1, find the highest common factor. We have a 6, and 6 can be divided by 2, 3, and 6. And then another 6, which can also be divided by 2, 3, and 6. Because we are looking for the highest factor, the highest number that both of them can be divided by, this would be 6. This is our highest common factor. Now step 2, divide all numbers in the molecular formula by the highest common factor. So we have C6H6, we have to divide those numbers by 6. So we get C1H1, but again we need to remember that if it's a 1 we don't actually write this down, so we just get CH.